Good day, my dears. Wish you are safe and sound, taking care of yourselves and staying at home.
And today we are gonna have our first video explaining grammar and especially the relative clause. Wish you best of luck for success to be there with you in every walk of life. Relative pronouns: who, whom, which, whose, or that. A relative pronoun is used after a noun to make it clear which person or thing we are talking about. The information that follows the relative pronoun is called relative clause. We have two types of relative clause: defining relative clause and non-defining relative clause. Defining relative clause give necessary information. I met a boy. The boy's father is a famous doctor. I met a boy whose father is a famous doctor. Non-defining relative clause give extra information. Nancy's villa looks over the Nile. It's very luxurious. So, Nancy's villa, which looks over the Nile, is very luxurious. What are the relative pronouns in detail? Let's start with who. Who is used for people, either subject or object. The woman is in hospital. She was injured in the accident. The woman who was injured in the accident is in the hospital. Another example: these are our relatives. We visited them every Friday. These are our relatives who we visited every Friday. We can use that as a possible alternative after all, everyone, everybody, no one, nobody, and those. Look at the examples. Everyone that knew him liked him. Nobody that watched the match will ever forget it. Now, let's talk about whom. Whom is used for people, but only in the case of object. Whom is considered very formal, by the way. In spoken English, we normally use who, even we are talking about the object. The woman who was killed in an accident, I saw her last week. The woman whom or who I saw last week was killed in an accident. لكن محتاجين نفكر شوية. لو أنا معايا preposition مع whom زي there was only one person. The old man spoke to him. We have two answers. The first, there was only one person to whom the old man spoke. The preposition preceded the relative pronoun. And this is the formal way. The less formal way, we say there was only one person whom the old man spoke to. Another relative pronoun is which. Which is used for things, either subject or object. The dog was mad. It used to bite people. So, the dog which used to bite people was mad. He told me a story. I never heard it before. He told me a story which I never heard before. هنا هنقف عند جزء وهنتكلم عنه بالتفصيل بعدين في الحالات بتاعة الريدكشن أو الأوميشن of relative pronoun. امتى أعمل جملة في ال relative clause من غير relative pronoun. دي كام كيس هنشوفهم في الآخر. When we are talking about the object, we can omit the clause. He told me a story I never heard before. We dropped the relative pronoun which. Sometimes we can't use which. Which is hardly ever used. Hardly ever used يعني نادرا ما بتستخدم. After all, everything, little, much, none, no, and compounds of no, of course, no one, nobody, nothing, and so on, or after superlative. Instead, we use that. Look at the example. All the apples that fall are eaten by pigs. Another relative pronoun we are gonna study is whose. Whose is used for possessive. Jack will give a lecture next week. His book will be published soon. Jack, whose book will be published soon, will give a lecture next week. The adverbs where and when. Where is used to introduce a relative clause indicating place. This is the city. I spend my holidays there. This is the city where I spend my holidays. This is the house. I was born in it. This is the house where I was born. أحيانا بقى نقدر نستخدم which بدل where. Which ممكن نستخدمها بدل where while we are indicating place لما يكون في preposition. يعني this is the house which I was born in. Which then preposition or preposition plus which. زي ما هنشوف هنا this is the house in which I was born. طبعا in ممكن تبقى on ممكن تبقى at على حسب الشيء اللي بنتكلم عنه. لما نتكلم عن when is introduced used to introduce a relative clause indicating time. I saw the film. I was in Cairo at that time. I saw the film when I was in Cairo. وعندنا example تاني لما أقول I saw a film in 2004. I was in Alex at that time. يبقى I saw the film when I was in Alex. بنيجي للنوتس دي وشوية مهمة ومحتاجة تركيز. ممكن يبقى عندي جملة كده Graham Bell invented the telephone و between brackets relative pronoun who أو ممكن it was. في الحالة دي عشان أنا بتكلم عن human it was Graham Bell who or that طبعا هنا تنفع invented the telephone. بنفكر تاني إن that ممكن تحل مكان who لما أكون بتكلم عن defining relative clause يعني جملة فيها necessary information زي الجملة دي ما عنديش extra information. لو بتكلم عن non-human بستخدم which or that. لو لي the traffic delayed us و between brackets which. في الحالة دي بمنتهى البساطة أنا بتكلم عن non-human وأنا عندي الفورم كده التركيبة اللي أنا بشتغل بيها في الحالة دي it was the traffic which or that delayed us. طيب لو أنا عندي السبجكت مع the first أو second أو last أو only هنعمل إيه؟ We can use to plus infinitive if the relative pronoun replaces the subject with the first, second, last or only. هنشوف كده الإكزامبل سوا. Ali was the first student who arrived at school. في الحالة دي بنقول Ali was the first student to arrive at school. He was the last man who left the ship. يبقى he was the last man to leave the ship. في الحالات اللي كنا اتكلمنا عنها من شوية omission أو reduction of relative pronouns أحيانا يقولوا عليها reducing of relative pronouns. أيا كان المسمى هم كلهم بيصبوا في نفس الاتجاه هم كلهم حاجة واحدة. إمتى أعمل جملة من غير relative pronoun؟ الكلام ده ما بيجينيش rewrite. الكلام ده استخدامه بالأكتر بيبقى في the choose. If the relative pronoun followed by passive. تعال نبص كده على الجملة دي سوا. The man who was injured in the accident. هنا عندي passive was injured. was taken to the hospital أو to hospital. But the man injured. احنا عملنا ايه؟ عملنا drop relative pronoun و verb to be. الجزء ده. يبقى the man injured in the accident was taken to hospital. طب لو بعد relative pronoun انا عندي active ينفع اعمل حاجة؟ هنشوف الاكزامبل ده كده. if followed by active. Students who arrived late missed the start of the experiment. يبقى students arriving. يبقى في حالة لو أنا عندي active بعد relative pronoun بستخدم الجيرند. students arriving late missed the start of the experiment. طب لو عندي preposition و noun يعني لما أقول the boy who is in the library wants to borrow some books. عندي هنا preposition in وبعدين the library noun. هندروب خالص ال preposition وطبعا هندروب خالص ال relative pronoun و verb to be ونبتدي بال preposition. The boy in the library wants to borrow some books. طب لو عندي بعد ال relative pronoun noun أو adjective plus noun يعني لما بنقول كده دكتور مجدي يعقوب who is a famous heart surgeon. عندي بعد ال relative pronoun adjective اللي هي famous و heart surgeon طبعا ده noun. was interviewed on TV. بنقول دكتور مجدي يعقوب a famous heart surgeon. احنا عملنا drop لل relative pronoun و verb to be. دكتور مجدي يعقوب a famous heart surgeon was interviewed on TV. طيب احنا اتكلمنا في البداية خالص ان احنا عندنا نوعين من relative clause defining و non-defining. طب احنا قلنا هنا بتبقى واضحة هنا necessary information في ال defining وال non-defining بتبقى extra information. طب ينفع تجيلي حاجة كده محيرة انا ما اقدرش اميز اذا كانت دي necessary ولا extra؟ ممكن يبقى عندي جملتين بنفس المضمون لكن المعنى مختلف. يعني بنقول sometimes defining and non-defining relative clause can look very similar but have different meanings. تعال نشوف كده الاكزامبلز اللي موجودة هنا. His brother who works at the supermarket. لو تلاحظ الكلوز ده قبله كوما وبعده كوما يعني ده non-defining. His brother who works at the supermarket is a friend of mine. طيب نفس السنتنس بالظبط. His brother who works at the supermarket is a friend of mine بس من غير الكومز يعني دي جملة defining. ايه فرق الجملة دي عن الجملة دي؟ لو الجملة دي non-defining يبقى معناها انه ده he has only brother and that brother works at the supermarket. اخوه الوحيد اللي هو ما عندوش غيره بيشتغل او اللي بيشتغل في السوبر ماركت صديقي. هنا his brother who works at the supermarket is a friend of mine. هو هنا عنده more than one brother لكن الشخص اللي انا بتكلم عنه اللي هو صديقي ده بيشتغل في السوبر ماركت. He has more than one brother. The one I'm talking about works at the supermarket. Wish you enjoyed our lesson and till we meet again wish you the best of luck.